just aligned, or if that was just like a coincidence, right? Like, or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, didn't we don't know how far back when the first initial accuser actually went to the lawyer, right? Didn't you say something like that?
So I got a timeline. It said the first initial one went in like November 2020.
Which was before he
requested a trade and everything else like that. She went to other lawyers and they turned down the case. It was publicity. And like I said, even Busby turned it down right away. And he said that one of his female lawyers urged him to take the case.
And so when did they take the case though? I mean, how does that compare to when?
He didn't give a timeline or a date when he took the case. He just said that because it was questions on that like after the HBO Real Sports. And HBO, they did a solid.
HBO does kind of be unbiased, I guess. Yeah, they kind of just
They looked at it from both angles. So they gave the woman's side and story of it. They didn't say anything new that's not in the deposition notes. If you've read the deposition notes and everything following the case, they didn't say anything new. Only issue was that, and when it comes to force and admission of force, out of the 22 women, they said it was only 3 acts of force, and then when it came back with deposition, it was no acts of force at all. So they all willingly did what they did. At any point, they could just left the room, man, or just said, "Yo, get your issue order," or contact the authorities, escort him out. And then you don't meet him afterwards. One of the excuses that what Kyla Hayes said, she was giving him the runaround afterwards it happened. Why would you still contact and talk with this person if they sexually assaulted you or you felt some kind of way? Like, you're not going to talk to that person.
What was the timeline from the time the initial sexual acts happened and before into the time it happened and the time they made the reports? Like, did they make the report like as soon as it happened, or did they wait? That's my issue. That's what ain't being addressed here. Like, what? I'm confused. Like, if somebody sexually assaulted you, you feel so violated, so hurt, so whatever emotion comes behind that. Why aren't you reporting this as soon as it happened? And why, like you said, why are you still having contact with this man if you were sexually assaulted and you having conversations and things after the fact?
They said the first one took place March 30th of 2020 in the plane at Deshaun Watson's home. So they said that's when the first assault took place. And when she was giving him a massage at his house.
And when was the first report made?
Ooh. So I don't got nothing on the report, but they said the first overall one was made on that time period. Let me go back here. January 28th of 2021, he wanted a trade from the Texans. March 16th, the attorney said that he was filing a civil lawsuit against Watson. And then March 17th, the first lawsuit was issued. So he requested for the trade on the 28th of January, and they filed the first lawsuit on March 17th.
So when did you say that sexual assault happened? What was the date on that?
Initially, the result of the first one was March 30th of 2020. So this lady had basically a whole year to file a police report.
So you had a whole year to contemplate and think about if you want to come forward and say something about this man. Like, if you that needs to be addressed. I don't see how that's not being that situation ain't being held accountable in like court and all that, man. It don't make sense.
It could be like people with trauma victims, like they take a while to come forward. I don't
traumatized.
Yeah.
I feel like it was I'm trying to come up off the situation. I feel like I'm trying to get some out of this. So I feel like it was more influence. It could be influence from others. Like, man, y'all better come forward, girl. You might be able to, this Deshaun Watson. Like, real.
See, that's the part. And the last time we had this conversation, because we come from that environment where it's cutthroat people that's trying to come up and capitalize on situations, right? And then you got a lot of these other people chiming in where that's not their world, so they don't understand the people that think like, but we seen it, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know people that either have had that done to them, or that even people that do that, you know what I mean? Like, they just grimy like that. So to me, that's not out of the realm of possibility. And the fact that it's 20 other people, that don't mean nothing. They all just found a lick. lick. That's how, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we condition to think. But it's a lot of people that's not thinking of it like that. And so sometimes I gotta weigh the other side, I guess, too, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of think how they think, I guess. But it's hard because in my mind, it's like, man, they just looking at this like, man, it's season of the Vic. It's come up season. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everybody,
you know what I mean?
the get rich quick mindset. So if you found out, okay, it's a chick who coming forward about something to do with Deshaun Watson, and you in a situation where shit, I want to come up too, and then like everybody follows suit. It's the same, like 22 people, man. Like, and you got to also put yourself in this situation. I know it's a mental side of, like you were saying, Dwight. So even on Deshaun Watson, he got some mental issues that he needs to address maybe with the situation. But with that being said, you a multi-million-dollar man. You have no worry in the world about getting a piece of tail. You can pay for it, man. Come on, man. You don't gotta sexually. I'm not saying it can't happen, because it does happen. But in a situation like where we come from, the era we in, yeah, he might have something wrong with him up there, where he might have said, but to the norm, it's like, man, bro can get any. You know what I'm saying? If it's that serious, them 22 chicks, I'm gonna throw y'all all 100,000. Let's get this party. Let's have a good time. I don't gotta sexually assault you. You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me these chicks, they going, and we know how these groupies and thoughts work, man. They for $1 busted for whatever. So if Deshaun Watson willing to pay, they willing to play. How do we situation where they wanted some cash from this nigga and he wasn't coming up off of it, and that's just what it was. And like, okay, I'm about to get you there, my nigga. You know?
And then you got the lawyers. Like, it could be a situation where maybe it was one person that had some kind of situation, like an actual thing, and then they just got other people to, you know what I'm saying, like to kind of play the role, because some of these stories just ain't adding up. Even that one that you showed, the right, where the lady was like, that's the one where she said she was giving him the runaround, and then she was just like, well, I didn't know what he could have did to my business or did this or did, and I'm just like, man, really? Like, that was your thing for not, I mean, I guess I ain't never been in like no victimizing situation to feel like I didn't have no recourse to act, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what that feels like, but it's no, come on, man, something gotta shake, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't about to just have me out here feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what that feels like, so I don't want to put nobody down that do feel like that. It's just hard to understand that kind of thinking, though. Yeah,
and like we can speculate from Deshaun's point of view, because we all men and we know how when in sexual situations, we know things has been said. We've heard things that said. We've said things to women, and you know the type of chick you dealing with if she's out to get. So that's why it comes to mind. This is an athlete here. I've seen this type of stuff happen before. Like, this chick could have been, like you said, Mansour, that one girl who really was trying to fuck with and thought she struck gold with something and really didn't. And he might have told her to fill me up or go a little higher and all that, and she might have did it, and then found out at the end of the day, he ain't coming off no money. He ain't coming off that bag. He ain't getting that Birkin bag. Okay, I got you, bro. And now, hey, girl, I'm about to go ahead and do this. And like you say, it's the snowball effect. Are you getting them too? Well, shit, I'm about to say the same thing. We about to hit this lick. 22 of us against him. Are we going to win this case?
Yeah, like it's a slam dunk.
It's a come up.